Okay, going to try and go through question 10 from the Madas homework I set you, the little AS level review. I'd like to do part A in two different ways because somebody did it in a different way and wanted to see how to do it differently. And we'll just go ahead and go through these. Okay, so standard method for part A. Find a simplified expression for f of 2 plus h minus f of 2. We know that f of x is x to the 4 minus 4x. So f of 2 plus h is going to be 2 plus h to the 4 minus 4 times 2 plus h. Okay, let's find that. 2 plus h to the power of 4, we can expand that as 2 plus h squared times 2 plus h squared minus 4 times 2, which is 8. I think I'll just write 8 plus 4h. Expanding here, 2 plus h all squared gets me 4 plus 4h plus h squared times 4 plus 4h plus h squared minus 8 plus 4h. Oops, I spotted a problem. Be careful of the minus signs. Minus times plus gives you a minus, so let's just change those. That's going to be minus 4h there. Very important step. Okay, expanding out the brackets further, I'm going to get 16. 16, that's 4 times 4. 4 times 4h is plus 16h, 4 times h squared. Next, I'm going to do 4h times everything in there, so that's plus 16h, plus 4 times 4 is 16h squared. 4 times h squared is plus 4h cubed. Going to run out of space, but that's okay. Now do h squared times everything, plus 4h squared plus 4h cubed plus h to the power of 4, still minus 8 and minus 4h. Equals, going through all of those steps, I get 16. That's 16 minus 8 is 8. Let's do the h's. Sorry, there's meant to be a squared on that bit. And for the h's, I've got 16h, add 16h, add minus 4h, 32, I get to 28. Now h squareds, I've got 4, add 16, and another 4, 24. 24 h squareds, and then if we look at the h cubed, I've got 4 and another 4, that's 8h cubed. So just write that in, and minus plus 4 plus h to the power of 4. So I've expanded just the two, I've expanded the whole thing there and got that solution. So next I have to do f of 2, and that is 2 to the power of 4 minus 4 times 2. 2 to the power of 4 is 16, minus 4, minus 8, that gives me 8 there. And the question, of course, asks us to do f of 2 plus h minus f of 2, which gives me 8 plus 28h plus 24h squared plus 8h cubed plus h to the 4 minus 8. So those cancel. So I'm left with 28h plus 24h squared plus 8h cubed plus h to the power of 4 as my solution to that part. Now there's another way of doing that, which is to use the binomial expansion to get the solution. So when we're looking at the f of 2 plus h, so when we go back to the f of 2 plus h, there's another way of doing it, because we've got, use the right tool again, 2 plus h to the power of 4 minus 4 times 2 plus h. Now this part we can do doing the binomial expansion. So it's possible to do where we could take out the 1 and everything, or you can just go ahead. Let's go ahead and do it that way, because that's the way that the person who was involved did this. So 2 plus h to the power of 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 4 times 1 plus h over 2 to the power of 4, which gives me 16 times 1 plus 4 h times h over 2 plus 6 times h over 2 squared plus 4 times h over 2 cubed plus h over 2 to the power of 4. Expanding that, I get 16. I've used the first year method of expanding that, where we used, I've just generated those numbers. That's obviously 4, and then it's the n times n minus 1 over 2, n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 over 3 factorial, and so on. Okay, that's what we've done to get those. So that's 1 plus 2h plus 6 over 4 h squared plus 4 over 8 h cubed plus a 1 over 16 h to the 4, and then timesing by 16 I get 16 plus 32 h plus 3 over 2, so 24 h squared plus 8 h cubed plus 1 h to the 4, or just h to the 4. Okay, and then we need to subtract the we need to subtract the 8 plus 8 minus 4h. So we got 16 plus 32h plus 24h squared plus 8h cubed plus h to the 4 minus 8 minus 4h, which comes to the same result that we had before, 8 plus 28h plus 24h squared plus 8h cubed plus h to the power of 4. Now that's the same as we had before, and now if we take away f of 2, we get back to the previous result. Okay, so part B of the question says use the formal definition of the derivative as a limit to show that f dashed of 2 is 28. So I'm going to go through and do that bit as well, just for fun. So we know that f dashed of x is equal to the limit as h tends towards 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Luckily, we've already found this. We know that f dashed of 2 then is going to be the limit as h tends towards 0 of f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 all over h. And we've already found that top bit. That was our answer to the first bit. So we can substitute that in. We have the limit as h tends towards 0 of, right, I wrote it as 28h plus 24h squared plus 8h cubed plus h to the power of 4 all over h. Cancel that down, we get the limit as h tends towards 0 of 28 plus 24h plus 8h h squared plus h cubed. And as h tends towards 0, that one, and that one all tend towards 0. So this is equal to 28 in the limit. Okay, so that's what we need. All right, hope that helps.